Hello everyone, thanks for joining us here on Horizon. Well, this week it will be 1 year since an EF5 tornado tore through Moore, Oklahoma. A devastating storm that killed 25 people, some of those children huddled in the hallways of their school. Now, since that tragedy, parents continue their fight to ensure no child will ever again be caught in a school without access to a storm shelter. Meanwhile, subdivisions destroyed by the storm are also slowly being rebuilt using stricter new building codes. But it is the lives of those most affected by the killer storm we're going to focus on today. A group of local filmmakers followed several families chronicling their recovery. It's a documentary that opened this weekend in the very theater some took shelter in. It's a moving film we'll tell you more about later in our show. But first, a glimpse into just one of the stories from the Moore tornado.
And as the freight train noise starts, things start hitting the top of the shelter. And I keep thinking, okay, this is it, this is it. And it just gets louder and it gets louder, and then our ears start to pop. I'm thinking my son's in that school. And so I just prayed.
It's every parent's worst nightmare.
I just kept saying out loud, God, please protect the children. God, please save my son. Please protect my son. Please save the children. And that's all I could say. I mean, and I was just screaming it over and over, just trying to block out the noise.
And a tragic reality for Elise Newby.
Guys, as you're tracking this, we got to tell you, a school down in Moore. We know a school in Moore has been hit, an elementary school.
We're also getting word that some kids may be trapped.
The wall fell down, and it was immediately just so crushing of a feeling. I mean, I immediately thought, we're gone, we're gonna die. It was immediate.
First grade teacher Lisa Marinelli.
I just kept praying, just please keep us safe, please, help me to breathe. And I kept trying to calm myself down because, you can't even move. So I just continuously prayed that we would make it through, that the weight of the wall wouldn't come down anymore.
And under her, unharmed, Elisa's son, Liam.
All the teachers in the halls that day had thrown themselves over what students they had remaining. And Miss Marinelli happened to have the 3 smallest boys left in her class. And she was able to wrap herself completely around them.
After they pulled her out, and while they had her at the hospital, all she wanted to know was, are my boys okay? And she hadn't heard anything, and of course we didn't know that she had been injured. We knew it was a miracle that he was okay. We didn't know how that was possible.
We immediately went up to OU Medical Center where she was at the hospital. And as soon as they opened the door, I knew that they knew that he was with me, that he was under me, because I don't even think Elise said a word. I mean, she just burst into tears and ran over to me and hugged me and basically just told me to thank you for saving her baby. We just kept telling her, you're a hero. You're our absolute hero, and thank you. It was obvious that we were immediately bonded for life. All I could think about was how could I pay this woman back for what she'd done? You can't repay somebody for saving your child's life. That's a priceless gift. You get that gift from God, and then God gave us another miracle when He gave us her.
And with multiple injuries, teacher Lisa Marinelli's recovery has not been an easy one. But we are happy to tell you she's back in the classroom and is expecting her first child exactly 1 year to the date of the Moore tornado. And as for young Liam, well, he's finishing 2nd grade, and Mama Lise says he's doing just fine.
He's doing amazingly well. We've worked with him a lot on fear. After the tornado, he was definitely loud noises bothered him. Fireworks are still an issue, the booms and the lights going out. But we've done a lot of different things. Somebody from Joplin that I connected with, she actually suggested a storm journal. So we have him write down things that make him brave and write down when he's scared, and then he'll go back and read it whenever there's a storm. And it's been a good tool to help him get over kind of what he's been going through. And just, he's at a different school now, and the kids in his class have been just so sweet and amazing to him. They've been very supportive, so that's been awesome. It's been very good for him.
Now, their story is one of several of hope and resilience told in a just-released film called Where Was God? When we return, we take a closer look and meet the film's producer.